Shartan, you're driving. You've been away.
Do I have to do something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I'm here. I'm just here to watch you all.
Sweet Joshua.
Oh, me lovelies. Welcome to Wednesday. It's the podcast for you. I don't know, for anybody, I guess. But we're glad to have you. And I'm glad to be back. I haven't been here for like 3-4 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Barely recognize you.
well, I'm here.
What are you?
Yay. No.
Yeah, I'd rather not comment.
My client does. My client doesn't have to answer your questions.
Oh, really?
It will be
Wow.
offensive to someone, I think.
He's not the opposing attorney. You don't have to answer his questions.
Right.
Plead the fifth.
Isn't that like
Shartan, are you malfunctioning?
Isn't that like self-incrimination bullshit?
Yes.
Right. You don't. In this country, we can't force you to self-incriminate. You don't have to say anything.
Well, I'll rather shut my mouth then. Well, anyways, Wednesday, I'm Shartan. We have Wayne, we have Mikey, we have Brenna. We're full squad tonight.
God
Which
damn
is
it, Brennan, your
amazing.
box. God damn it.
Doesn't happen as much.
Mikey, you
we
just
like.
in Jartan's box already.
What was that?
No, it's Brenna again. It's always Brenna. She's like, my box is all messed up. Fix that.
Wow.
Oh, I can't say anything.
Can you adjust my box?
Ah.
It needs adjusting.
Oh God.
I need
have
a
you seen that
producer
clip
for my
of,
box.
Haven't what the fuck is that name of that series when it goes like, why do you talk like that?
The Valley Girl thing? I don't know. It could be anything.
Yeah, and anything them
No, but
filthy
it's
Americans
this
produce.
like really tired guy, and he comes into like a Starbucks, and he's like, "What can I get? Yeah." Why do you talk like that? Then he just goes on this fucking rant on how it's the way that entitled people talk, blah 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 blah. It's fucking hilarious.
It's that whiny nasal vocal fry, which is the worst. Which is
like
the
that
absolute
old
worst.
Paris Hilton thing that she used to do.
And
then she'd be,
Nicole
like,
Richie.
totally voice. Yeah. Oh God.
Remember then they were gal pals? They would just tool around the country, and that was fucking television. People couldn't wait to catch the next episode of the girls running amok.
Yeah, thanks, America.
It's from Louder Milk, season 2, episode 1.
There you go. I never saw that show. Never.
Only thing I've seen from that show, and that's only because somebody shared it on like Twitter or something, and this is the only thing that I've seen.
Anyway, Shartan, you was introducing the show, and we've gone off on a weird tangent already.
Tangent. There it goes.
What? It wasn't weird. It was very interesting.
I liked it.
Just continue.
Yeah, why you calling my man's weird over here?
Fuck you.
Why you gotta call my man's weird? Huh? All right. Actually, I found there's one more thing. Gallery owner. I have a candidate of asshole of 2023.
It's a bit premature, dude.
I don't know, dude. I think this is I think we might have one. Let me see if I can find Chicago. Let me see. Talk amongst yourselves here, but this is I'm going to start off today with a little bit of spice. A little bit of spice. I'm going to piss you guys off.
It's getting spicy in here already?
You know, we'll start you off with the original piss you guys off video, and then I'll find this one to truly enrage you.
Oh, well, that's a good way to start my day.
Oh, I've seen this.
So let's check out this winner.
All right.
And please describe for the folks at home what you see.
There's a gentleman in a high-vis jacket standing in front of what looks like an SUV guiding traffic. He's telling people to come on, and now he's saying, "Oh no, no, someone's just ignored him and driven straight on."
Those are not my beeps. Those are his.
Man in high vis is very disgruntled.
Yeah. Wait till it switches to the body cam. Takes him about 30 seconds to.
Wow.
Now, I'm guessing this is a law enforcement officer.
Yeah,
I think the fact that his SUV had police on the front is like, you know, a hint.
Yeah.
And you should have seen his mustache. You could tell he was a cop.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin got a mustache.
From Family Guy, it's like, oh, come here, you're shaking.
Pull in the parking lot! We're in this parking lot right now!
I'm so sorry.
Pull over!
Oh my gosh, please don't.
Pull over now!
Oh my, is there someone else with you?
No, pull over, goddammit! I'm not repeating myself. Get out!
Mans, you're at work.
Mm-hmm.
This is
There is no job
scary.
unless you're like a wrestling coach or something like that.
Right.
Like there is no job where you can yell full throat at another adult and get away with it.
Yeah.
To be fair, this is like me telling Florence that we're not watching Baby Shark anymore.
Now that you can't do that. Wait.
I'm not buying my child a tablet. I'm not doing any of that.
I say this over and over again, Mikey. Raise your children to be Amish, and then you won't have to worry about any of that.
Me and the wife are in agreement. We're not buying electronics for her.
Mhm.
She's just gonna read books and be normal.
She's getting a stone tablet, a hammer and chisel.
Yeah, she can have an abacus. There you go. Have fun with that. Put some beads in yarn. Fuck out of here, kid.
Oh,
Out of
Mikey.
the roadway and pull over!
I'm not
Kinda
doing
cute
it.
that you don't think that, you know, she's got like a Swedish uncle that will buy her everything that she wants.
What, do you think she knows how to drive to the fucking post office to pick up international package? She's not getting it. I'll go get it, open it, and then I will hide it in a closet until she's like
There you
20.
go.
To be fair, Mikey, she'll just pick it out of the trees where Jartan leaves them.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
and none of you are allowed on any motor vehicles anymore, unless it has doors, a seatbelt, and that's it. Because after Ken Block, I'm the and what's his face? Jeremy Renner got ran over. No more snow. Snow is off the
Yeah.
menu for all of you. Jesus
Jeremy
Christ.
Renner ran himself over with a snowcat.
Bro.
So did Brian Harvey from E17. He ran himself over with his own Mercedes by leaning out of his car.
Oh God, people.
That sucks. Because now you
Yeah,
got
but
to
how
try
the
to
fuck-
stop the vehicle with a ran over leg. Really inhibits my ability to catch the vehicle with my leg all ran over. A femur in 3 different angles.
That's right. I've invented a new bone. It's called a lemur.
Yeah, a long femur.
Turn the car off. I'll put your M already. I got one.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize.
This lady is incredibly apologetic. She didn't understand what his hand signals were. She reveals why she didn't stop, but she's very, very apologetic. She's not like a Karen who's just like, well, I should be able to go wherever I want. Like she just didn't know what was going on.
Hold on, sorry. Give me a second, okay?
No, license and registration now.
Okay.
You almost ran over an officer standing in the middle of the street.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize what was going on. That was very confusing.
It's a bright yellow jacket standing in the middle of the street. What don't you understand?
All the other cars were going.
No, they weren't. You were the only vehicle coming from that way. You almost ran me over in the middle of the street.
I'm really.
He seems upset.
You know, and this leads me to my next point. Women don't deserve positions of power because they're clearly so emotional.
So this is a hot flex.
Like
Look at my high vis. Look at my high vis.
like she's pulled over already, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna take whatever ticket you give her. She's sorry.
Yeah.
Let it go, man. No, can't let it go.
such an important factor that me standing in the middle of the street,
Sir, I
stopping you, and you try to run me over.
Sir, I swear.
And then
Oh
you
my
look-
God!
Did
Really?
she?
Hold up.
Did she try
Wait
to run
a
him over?
second. Oh my God!
Did she try to run him over? So, having seen this about 50 times now, you will notice that he's wearing, what's that? Gloves. Black gloves. And you're directing
Yeah.
traffic with black gloves on, with a black jacket, black pants, standing in front of your black SUV. The sun
Yeah.
is now reflecting through everybody's windshields because it looks like it's a little bit past high noon. So everyone's probably got a little squinty eyes going right there, just because, it's a
And
little
it
bright.
looks like is that snow around there?
Yeah,
So you got the
reflecting a lot of
reflection
shit.
the snow? Okay.
But she's supposed to see your un-yellow gloved hands against your un-yellow truck with
Oh.
with what is clearly a point. Like he's got a finger there. Hey, she's just like, okay, what's going on with this guy? And he says, hey, what's going on? Yeah, that's her.
Yeah.
That's her almost running him over.
Yeah.
To be fair, she was going at speed anyway, so if she's coming up to that junction expecting to be going straight across it, there's no way that she's like being tentative and like going, oh, I need to slow down for this junction. She's probably got a green light, and then this
The light's
little man
out.
just-
The light's out.
Yeah.
That's why he's supposed to be directing traffic.
yeah, so this little man just jumps out in the middle of nowhere, and then starts squawking at her. You fucked
yeah.
up, mate.
Yeah. And I don't know why his SUV is in the middle of the street with him. Usually when people
Yeah.
direct traffic, they're just doing it by themselves. They're not hiding behind a fucking 6.5-foot truck. But either way.
didn't even attempt to stop your car.
Sir,
You're lucky you're not in handcuffs right this second.
I'm very sorry, sir. I really.
Explain to my kids why they don't have a dad a
Oh.
week before Christmas. Because you're trying to make somebody over.
Oh.
The whole explain
Oh,
to my kids why I'm not coming home.
Fucking cool. Explain to my kids why they don't have their dad.
It's 2 weeks
Oh.
before Christmas.
That is
Dude.
such a fucking I fucked up flex. Because he's had to bring it personal because he knows he's like massively in the wrong.
Sir,
So he's like,
You see
my
the
kids,
bright
my
lights flashing
kids.
in the middle of the street, and then
So here comes backup.
Uh-oh.
Oh, the backup.
Whoa, that cop almost ran him over, according to his fucking
Yeah.
definition. He almost got splattered by his own teammate.
And 2 weeks before
and then waves
Christmas.
at me and still tries to drive by me. Run her,
Oh my
please, and
God.
make sure she's valid.
Oh my
I don't-
God.
Make
I
sure
don't-
she's valid. What does that mean? That she's not AI.
Valid.
Valid as in like her plates are valid, like stickers, inspections, all that stuff.
Oh my God.
Wow. America.
Because she must be a criminal. Because that's.
This is clearly criminal behavior. That's attempted might
Yeah.
on an officer.
Yeah, exactly.
I need a
I
beer.
can't believe it.
Now, the one
week
thing
before
that bothers
Christmas, I
me
almost
is
get-
that he's supposed to be directing traffic, right?
Yeah. Who's
And
right?
he's spending so
Yep.
much time yelling at this poor woman.
There's like
but
a
even
si-
waiting
I've-
for his
I've got to
backup.
say
Like,
it. I've got
dude,
to
do
say
your
it.
fucking job.
I put to say it. Meanwhile,
there's like a 36 car pileup in that intersection. There's like
cars just
14
You know,
school
there's cars
buses
running through,
stacked
running
on.
through, and he's yelling at
he's already dead.
This is the first street orphanage had their annual field trip, and that bus is flipped over and on fire now.
And they collided with a bunch of nuns.
Yeah. The nun parade was going through. Meanwhile, this guy's over here screaming at this lady who said sorry like 50 times already, dude.
Ran over.
Again, who is directing the traffic right now?
There's nobody.
You got two Rosals.
Nobody.
Two
The
Rosals.
traffic's just going
And
through,
one
just
woman.
like she did.
I got 2 kids at home waiting for me to come home tonight.
Sir, I'm very
Oh.
sorry.
Shut the fuck up and go home then, cunt.
Then why are you working?
Yeah, you're gonna get fired anyway.
Why are you standing in the middle of your street, you fucking twat?
Maybe you shouldn't have taken that.
Or
job.
maybe you shouldn't try to tackle cars that don't read your hand signals correctly. He's like, I'm going to attack the car. Like, what were you going to do to the car?
This is just police exceptionalism at its best.
I'm a real boy.
You looked right at me and still decided to drive by me.
I'm in danger.
No, you weren't. I was in the middle of the intersection.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Here's the best clip ever.
Emotionally.
The poor guy.
Oh, hold on. It's so good. I'll turn it up again. You got to hear this guy.
Emotionally.
Oh. Okay.
Emotionally.
Are you hurt emotionally? I'm a big, strong cop.
What a top cunt.
Oh. So we'll skip forward here a little bit.
They're going back to get a new part to fix the light.
He's talking about the street light that's out, which is why
I was
his
out here for 20
which is why his bottom of the barrel ass is over here fucking directing traffic.
Right.
Again, who's directing the traffic? And by the way, where is his squad car?
Still in the middle of the street
Still in the middle of the street.
with the lights on, with no
That's all right, then.
street light, and everyone's just supposed to figure it out now.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, for all of you Americans, if you do come up to an intersection and the street light is out, then you treat it like a stop sign.
Yeah. That's just
I
normal.
was out here for 30 minutes
I
doing
heard
traffic.
you. Could you get so? Yeah.
30 minutes doing traffic and almost got ran over once. Everybody else, no problem. No problem.
Well, maybe they're not jumping out in front of every fucking vehicle that misreads a hand sign.
The best
Maybe.
thing is that other cop is just like leaning over the window and going, "Oh my god,
He wants to go.
what do I do?"
He wants to turn around and say to him, Carl, this again.
Not again. First, it was the little kids on the Razor scooters that you yelled at and drew your weapon.
Come on, man.
You
We
t-
spoke
You
about this.
probably did.
You can't tase an entire playground because it said pitcher's got a big butt, okay?
You can't yell at the old lady crossing the crosswalk because she's going slow. She's old.
She's going as fast as she can.
She
I
can
figured-
only move so fast.
He feels like a Robert. Robert, this is the best that there can do right now.
There were no cars in front of you.
So now backup's here, his supervisor's here. This is a 9-minute video. It looks like some of it was edited out. He's been fucking popping off and piping hot mad for a good 10 minutes for this high profile drive-by splattering of a cop.
There were 0 cars in front of you. You were the only vehicle traveling on that road for 500 feet.
Guaranteed.
There were no
this
vehicles
guy
in front of you.
got
No,
this
there wasn't.
this particular job of this traffic cop because he is a shit cop.
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. They were like, "What do we do with this guy?"
Hold on. One more.
Traffic lights are out. Send Carl, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
One more clip.
She almost runs me over.
You need to calm yourself.
In the video, we don't get to see the whole rest of
yourself.
we don't get to see the rest of the conversation, which I imagine was golden.
That guy
but-
blasted off. That's what he did. Don't you tell me to calm down. I was nearly run over 2 weeks before Christmas. What would my kids say?
My kids are waiting on me to come home.
I was 2 weeks out from retirement.
Just 2 weeks. I'm not too old for this shit.
I just don't get it because I think you need to be made of a special kind of fabric to become a police officer, right?
Yes,
It's just,
Definitely.
Supposed
it's just,
the right stuff.
yeah, but there are so few and they're so far between the guys that are actually the right stuff.
Yeah.
Who can actually handle being a police officer.
Mm.
But that's what I said. It's like he was obviously put in that particular job that particular day because he's not good at what he should be doing. And that's obvious because he wanted something he wanted confrontation.
And he found a little 100-pound lady on her way to Target and decided, I'm just gonna browbeat and scream at her.
I mean, the
because,
fact
you know,
that he didn't pull out a gun in her face is remarkable.
tased her,
Yeah.
pepper sprayed her.
Right. Oh yeah, pepper spray would probably be the best thing, especially.
I don't have the numbers to hand, but I'm pretty sure
How's it going?
that a higher proportion of police officers are ex-military, and they have been screamed at for the longest time, and they only sort of like get to the lower echelons of rank in the military, and then when they come out of there, they go into the police because they want that order, they want that structure, the uniform, and all that kind of camaraderie, and that in turn leads to this kind of bullying of the public and this kind of uh, we know better, we know the law kind of thing. And when someone challenges them with a greater knowledge, I mean, how many videos have you seen where lawyers have been pulled over by police and they say, okay, what law have I broken? Can you cite what code, or tell me what offence I've caused, and let's litigate that. And they then get on their high horse because they're like, oh no, I'm the police, I am the law. That old fucking Judge Dredd fucking narcissism. Um, do you think that plays a part in how policing is today, more so than in yesteryear?
No, because they've always been like this. Because they're the soldiers here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like those, yeah. Some guys, yeah, they go overseas. They don't see any action. I'm on the streets every day. Like they're their own kind of tough guy because they have to deal with the mean streets of America.
So you think it's been a consistent thing? It's not.
Oh yeah, they've always been shitheads. I mean, most of the times that people have been fired upon have been people who have come back from service. Like most of the egregious like police brutality stuff, like the killing part of it is usually soldiers.
Right. So,
because
I mean,
like
again,
in Vegas, that the guy who was fucking crawling, he told the guy to fucking get on his hands and knees and crawl to him and all that shit, and he fucking wasted the kid.
Grim.
Yeah, that guy should have never been a fucking cop. He had his own H&K. Jartan knows what that is. He had his own fucking like he had all of his gear ready to go, and he was ready for fucking fucking Baghdad 2.0, and this guy was literally just trying to be in his hotel room.
Yeah. Just to recap, this was the guy that infamously was crawling on his hands and knees, or on his elbows and knees, and the police officer still shot him
because his pants. He was on his hands and knees. He was wearing basketball shorts, and he was pulling his own pants down by crawling.
Yeah.
So he went to pull his pants up, and then the cop laid into him.
Yeah, and he didn't hesitate. I think he slugged him like 4 times.
Yeah.
And there was no weapon. There was no anything. He was asked, and in fact, the officer in question asked him to pull his pants up, and then when he pulled his pants up, he used that as an excuse to then discharge his weapon.
It's just red light, green light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of hot though, right? It's you militarize your police force to a degree where it's basically insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane to me to watch these videos of the SWAT team standing outside of the SUV, full fucking combat gear, pulling up. It's insane to me.
It's an occupying force.
But it's also happening over here. Like police over here are also getting more and more of that, and that's what happened last time. I ended up sleeping it off at a police station. It's just he stopped me. He was like, "I want to see some ID," and I was like, "Why? Have I done something?" And he was like, "Yeah, we've got a report about somebody being upset," and I was like, "Yeah, that was me, but I'm going back to my hotel and I'm going to sleep." And he was like, "Yeah, but I need to see some ID," and I was like, "Why? Have I broken a law?" He was like, "Yeah, we think that you you might be carrying a knife. And I was like, why do you think that I'm carrying a knife? Because, of course, I had my work pants on, and me actually having a knife on me would be
Normal.
appropriate for my work. I usually carry a knife at work because sometimes you need a knife, and I'd rather have one to, cut straps off or what the fuck ever I'm doing.
Right.
Like a
But
box cut.
I
Like a
never
box cutter
wear
sort of
that
knife.
after.
Utility knife.
Yeah, like a box cutter knife, like something.
Yeah,
You know.
no, usually I have a Leatherman, like a multi-tool
Yeah.
with me. But so there is a knife law that says that you're Sweden, you can't bear it. And then he says, like, well, we think that you're carrying a knife. And I was like, why do you think I'm carrying a knife? Do you have any reason to think that I am carrying a knife?
You have this whetstone that you keep pouring water on, even as I'm talking to you. I'm
Sitting there
And
with
then
an
he was
amber one.
So I said, like, no, I haven't broken a law. I haven't done anything wrong. I do not consent to any searches. And I want you, if you have a body cam, I want you to put that on. If you have a camera in your cruiser that's standing right in front, I want you to put that on before we can say, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to stand here. And then he continued to arrest me and detain me because when he couldn't find a knife, I was too drunk because I called him a cunt.
That's drunk man speak.
It's everyday speak, yeah.
Right.
And it's just insane to me that it's gotten to this, and it's the same over here as well. It's getting worse over here, and now we're also going to have stop and frisk zones.
Oh, good.
Right, like in New York, because
Perfect.
that worked out fantastically.
Yeah, no one will ever misuse that or abuse that. You'll be fine.
Yeah, so the police can stop you for no reason, and you need to provide identification for just walking in the street in these zones.
Speaking of zones.
New at 11, there's fallout tonight from the video showing an art gallery owner hosing down an unhoused person on a San Francisco street. An investigation has been launched, and that's not all. ABC 7 News reporter J.R. Stone is following this story for us. Joins us live from the newsroom. And J.R., the incident came up during tonight's police commission meeting.
It certainly did. This is a troubling video to watch for various reasons. Some are calling for an arrest.
That is an impressive lapel pin. You got the logo of the company right there. Damn, son.
Yeah, he's going for a promotion.
Yeah,
that's ABC 7. That's LA right there.
Be made.
That's
Others say
some good
this
shit.
just shows how bad the homelessness problem now is in San Francisco. This video showing an art gallery owner in San Francisco's North Beach spraying down a homeless individual has gone viral. Overnight, the art gallery owned by the man with the hose was vandalized. Now
I wonder what happened to it. It's so weird how these rocks just keep getting, and bricks keep getting thrown through assholes' property. That's
head
so
of the
weird.
San Francisco branch of the NAACP is weighing in.
You can't ignore race. It involves a white man and a black woman.
In a San Francisco Police Commission meeting Wednesday night, Police Chief Bill Scott clarified that the person being sprayed identifies as a man. No arrests have been made, but police confirm that the incident is under investigation and will then be presented to the district attorney.
The police department's not going to arrest the gentleman for that.
Not without a warrant.
And is the police department seeking a warrant to arrest him?
We will present that for.
Well, there's enough there. I'm gonna go back. This isn't the exact same one. This is the one from LA. I need to find the one from Chicago where they had the lady do like the deep dive herself, and they actually went and talked to the guy. His comments 10 times worse. 10 times worse. Here we go. Is this what I desire? But thoughts so far on this dude spraying down a homeless or a houseless person?
That's assault. That's clearly assault. That's not even
unwanted physical touching of any kind.
Yeah. It is using something for what it's not supposed to be used at. Against somebody.
how fucking heartless do you have to be? Like, I understand you have an art gallery, blah 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 blah, but come on.
Here we go. Here's douchebag.
Down the man with the hose. Art.
Oh, wait a minute. It doesn't like my screen share. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Go into the tab.
Mikey, you got this. You got this.
There you go.
Come on, big guy.
It wasn't in the tab, so it got angry.
The owner, Collier Gwynn, who admitted to his actions.
I totally understand what an awful thing that is to do. But I also understand what an awful thing it is to leave her on the streets.
Gwynn.
Jog on, you absolute fucking mug.
Wait a second. He admitted that what he did was wrong, but
it looks wrong.
Because it's because nobody else is doing anything about it, it's okay. Like it's in comparison, like it's worse that this person has no home, no housing, no place to go. But I hate people.
The real tragedy is that she's homeless in the first place. Not that I sprayed her down.
Right. That's I did a service. This is a service.
You're welcome.
Now everybody knows about it. Like Jesus
I brought so much exposure to this issue.
Dude.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
He says there were repeated attempts to help the woman over the past couple weeks.
We called the police. There must be 25 calls on record.
So if you called the police the first 5 times and this wasn't solving your problem, did you think calls 6 through 25 were going to be different? Why are you calling the police on homeless people? From houseless people, like what? That's not what
because
the police are.
Because he thinks that it hurts his business. Jesus Christ!
It does. But the police are not. They're not built for handling that. Like that's not who you call for that.
It's 2 days.
They actually have social services that work on that.
Right.
A homeless shelter. It's 2 days in jail, and then they drop them right back on the street.
Monday, when Gwynn says she refused to move and resisted help, he sprayed her down as a last resort.
This woman is, it's a very, very sad situation. And she's very psychotic.
For you.
She's sad and psychotic. It's a sad situation. She's psychotic. That's why I brought the hose.
Oh my God.
This isn't the first time we've seen methods to deter congregating. In 2015, St. Mary's Cathedral installed sprinklers as a way to prevent sleeping in doorways.
Hold on. A church? A church deterring people sleeping on the streets. Okay, time out. Humanity sucks.
Word. And I'm gonna need that church to start paying taxes if you're not gonna house the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's why they don't pay taxes is because they provide a service.
Make accounts payable to IRS. You're gonna start paying some fucking taxes if you're not gonna fucking do anything.
If anything, surely churches should be open like 24/7 for the homeless to just go and shelter in. It's a house of God. I know we can't have you in here at this time of night because no one's going to be here, so we don't want you fucking up our pews and, having a drink of holy water and whatnot.
Heaven forbid.
Well, that's where the wealthy people go. So if you don't have the money, like if you come on.
But it seems completely counterintuitive.
You have once been part of the European Union, and you know European history.
Brenna, don't
you
start.
You know European history.
It's a bit of a raw nerve, Brenna.
Paid for by wealthy people.
Brenna, I'm still warm. All right.
He's already dead.
Too soon.
In 2019, Clinton Park residents installed boulders to keep the homeless away, while multiple others in the area described the woman in this video as a nuisance. Homeless advocates say while service can be slow at times, there are better ways to deal with these.
Pause it. Look at the fucking casual stance on that.
Yeah. He's the Jimmy. He's the James Dean. He's the James Dean of cool of spraying down houseless people.
Yeah, he needs a cigarette on the go there.
Situations.
But for audio listeners, he's leaning against his fence, cocking his leg over the other, and casually spraying a fellow human being, and just kind of like doing it like you do your lawn from a distance.
Like a
Go on,
rose,
go
like
on,
a
off you go.
rose,
No,
a
I
rose
think-
bush
I
with
think
too many
the-
bees
the
on it.
The James Dean reference, very much Rebel Without a Cause
Oh, yeah.
kind of style.
He makes
but
his own
please,
rules.
Please, that is an insult to James Dean. So I apologize, James Dean, wherever you happen to be.
He's in hell.
Consistently valid
Mhm.
for
He's-
I mean, he's
he's looking
Rebel
up.
Without a
trying to get
Cause.
or looking up different mental health services that is in San Francisco. Some places provide emergency services where they might be able to come out to a
What's that? There's already a fucking organization to come pick up people who are in dire straits? Huh.
person and that's going through crises.
Gwynn says despite the threats and constant phone calls for interviews, he's not apologizing yet.
I find it hard to apologize when we've had no help on this situation.
As for Edson,
Oh my god, I hate this argument. I
There you
hate
go.
this argument. Oh, we haven't had any help on this. Yes, you have. The problem is that there is a group of individuals who block any attempt to actually provide for homeless and services in which people can get off the streets, to the point where my city, the mayor of my city had to sue Orange County to get the money that we are owed to deal with our homeless problem. Sued them for the money. And we finally did it. And we have actually been incredibly successful that our neighboring cities have actually asked our city for help in order to develop the same system. This is because there are people who deny the use of funds in order to do this. California is huge in how we deal with homeless. The problem is that you have people that are just holding on to that money.
And not in my backyard. We can do it, just not here. You can do it over there. And then they say, no, not over here, over there. Oh, not over here, over there.
It's, oh no, we can't have a homeless shelter in our city. That would, what about the crime and the drugs and
My
what about the
property value.
children? Please.
More importantly, my property value is going to go down. You put that thing there.
Just as an aside, before we segue into our next category, Brenna, I am absolutely loving this Jedi look.
You like my little?
It's very Ahsoka.
Love it.
I like it.
She's almost like a Twi'lek with her head tentacles.
Yes.
I
What's
feel
her
like
name?
a
Osaka. What's her chops?
Yeah, Osaka.
Yeah.
I feel like I need like those 19th century kind of flowing capes
Little Red Riding Hood from the horror
that
version.
I can walk around in the cold London fog.
Lady Demisque over here.
Yeah, and then go
George
around
steampunk it.
White and see Jack the Ripper. Anyway, moving on.
Our boy George is in trouble again. God damn it, George. His chickens have come to roost.
George Santos's campaign last year was a campaign of deceit, lies, and fabrication. He deceived the voters of the 3rd Congressional District. He deceived the members of the Nassau County Republican Committee, elected officials, his colleagues, candidates, his opponents, and even some of the media. His lies were not mere fibs.
This is the Nassau County GOP. I don't know what this guy's name is, but they're kind of trying to distance themselves from Georgie Boy over here because of his blatant lying. And let me tell you something about Nassau County. I used to live there. You want to talk about some of the weirdest fucking people. So the whole of Long Island, like after World War II, they broke up Long Island and just started giving out land to these people coming home, right? fast forward 50 years, all of the people in Nassau County built themselves from the ground up, and the government shouldn't be involved with anything. Like, Long Island is literally like a fucking government funded project. And they don't see it that way. They figure that they've done it all on their own merit because they're crazy. But for you to be half an hour from New York City, from half an hour from Times Square, and now all of a sudden you've done it all by yourself. The city means nothing. I just build my businesses from the ground up. Like, that's the mentality of Nassau County GOP people. But yeah, they can see the fucking skyline at night. Like, it's the biggest joke. Like, that there's Republicans in the middle of New York City. Weirdos. Anyway.
Disgraced the House of Representatives, and in particular, his fabrications went too far. Many groups were hurt. Specifically, I look at those families that were touched by the horrors of the Holocaust and feel for them.
He pretended to be Jewish, and for that, we deeply apologize.
There's no place in the Nassau County Republican Committee, nor should he serve in public service, nor as an elected official. He's not welcome here at Republican headquarters for meetings or at any of our events. As I said, he's disgraced the House of Representatives, and we do not consider him one of our congresspeople.
Oh, poor George.
Oh my God. They
poor
disowned
Georgie
him.
Boy.
They disowned him. Like, that's going to make a difference. Like, you disown this one guy who, in 2 years, he's going to be up for re-election, right?
Yes.
Then why don't you just
vote him out?
I don't know. Vote him out. Then it's only 2 years. Nothing's going to get done for 2 years, so they might as well just let him have it. Nothing's going to happen for 2 years because of what we are facing right now. So they might as well just let him go.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
You can't try and separate yourself now. Wayne, your homie's in trouble.
My boy.
Your boy.
My
Hank.
boy Ginger Soulless Henry.
Old Henry. Zumwinkle says they bought it, no returns. Yeah, that's yours now.
You paid for this.
True fact. That's my boy Henry. For the uninitiated, that's Prince Harry, who has just released his new book, Spare, which I've not listened to. It's on my phone, on my Audible to listen to. But the right-wing media...
Don't do it, son. You're still a young man.
Fuck you.
Be intoxicated is what Zertan is saying.
Hang on a minute. Fuck you, you European.
Oh.
We're on an independent island.
Oh,
now.
sick burn, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
Got him.
Sorry. I'm just going through. The problem is I'm going through the list of sound effects that Mikey has, and they all work.
You don't want zero problems, big fella.
So.
Oh, I have one more that you guys probably haven't heard. This is Harrison Ford after watching a magic trick by David Blaine.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Oh yeah.
I'm for that. So the right-wing media have had an absolute field day with Harry and his book, and basically they have misrepresented in so many. They got clips from his book or leaks from his book, and then what they did was they phoned up all of like ex-military around here in the UK and said, "Oh, what do you think of Prince Harry saying this?" Giving them a completely skewed quote of what is coming from his book, like their interpretation of an excerpt from his book, and said, "What do you think of this?" And of course, these ex-military have gone in on Harry. But then when you actually read the context of it, you got like the likes of Piers Morgan saying Prince Harry boasted about killing Taliban. 10 years ago, it was on the front page of every major tabloid over here that Prince Harry has killed Taliban. And we great. All this caper. And now he's fallen out of favour and calling out the media. They have twisted his words and said, look at him bragging about killing Taliban. 10 years ago. 10 years ago, they were all full square behind him and saying, look how great he is. Look at our prince. And he great. He goes off, marries a mixed race American girl, and all of a sudden, he's an arse. But let me just read to you what he actually said. And this is what he's classed as bragging. I'm going to have to try and do this. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have to try and do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it on my own one because, yeah. So, most soldiers can tell you precisely how much death is on their ledger. In battle conditions, there's often a great deal of indiscriminate fire, but in the age of the patches and laptops, everything I did in the course of 2 combat tours was recorded, time-stamped, and I could always say precisely how many enemy combatants I killed. And I felt it vital never to shy away from that number. Among the many things I learned in the army, accountability is near the top of the list. Right, now, in that statement alone, in that book, he has acknowledged how many people that he is extinguished. At any point in any interpretation, is that any way boastful?
No.
So why have the media latched onto this particular point of his book and said he's boasting?
Because we don't like him anymore.
The likes of Piers Morgan, the likes of Jeremy Clarkson, the likes of Tucker Carlson, these people, they've latched, again, let me continue. So my number 25, it wasn't a number that gave me satisfaction, but neither was it a number that made me feel ashamed. Naturally, I'd have preferred that the number of my military on my military CV. But sorry, I've completely skipped over that.
But by the same token, I'd have preferred to live in a world in which there was no Taliban, a world without war. Even for an occasional practitioner of magical thinking like me, I'm going to sneeze. However, some realities just can't be changed.
Yeah. Sorry, I completely tripped over my own dick there while I was reading that because I was reading 2 lines at the same time. But
stop blasting yourself.
There is no. I want to chuck this to Jartan, because Jartan, your ex-forces. At what point in those passages can you see bragging? Okay, is Jartan gone?
No, not really.
It's not bragging, is it? It's just It's just a matter of fact statement, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's not bragging. I agree with that. It's. I don't think that this is the worst passage from that book.
Ooh.
Okay.
Shit.
No, that thing where he talks about Diana and he got rash on his penis. He wanted to, use the Elizabeth Arden thing. It's like it's borderline fucking incestuous, mate, and it was fucking hard. Like I had to turn.
Giggity.
Busted his pelvic into me to try to provoke me, try to elicit a reaction.
Oh, stop it. Mikey's had that on the back burner all this time.
I knew it would come in handy. Just had to be patient.
No, it's
You can't park there, sir.
yeah. And I've lost taste for Harry and Meghan. Like, I've really lost taste. Like, we want to, we wanted to eat a cake and keep it too. We wanted to make our own money, but we also wanted to get, money from the royal family. We wanted to have taxpayers' money, but we wanted to make our own, and we wanted to choose when to do our jobs as public representatives. We wanted full autonomy to decide that, which no fucking royalty has. That's what you've paid for with, the tax money that you get, is to do what the court asks you to. That's your job. We all have to do shit that we don't want to do at our work. I don't want to sleep in a fucking truck, but it's not like I can just choose not to do it. What?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. No, but like, if you have a job and you get paid to do something, you have to, perform to the best of your abilities. You can't just say, I don't want to do this because it doesn't, that doesn't suit me. And,
I'd rather
and that
not.
rubbed me wrong. No, it just rubbed me the wrong way, mate. Like, you can't have it both ways. You have to choose. And now they're, crying in that Netflix series. Couldn't watch that either. Just fucking cringe from.
No, I'm not watching that.
And they're always a victim, right? Oh, doggy wuggy. Zero's in the house. All right, and I'm all by myself. All right, that was fun.
Sorry, there was a disturbance in the force.
Aww. I was gonna have my own little moment here. Everybody just walked off.
Go on then.
No.
No, go on. Because I'm gonna argue with you about Prince Harry.
Why? I'm right. What's there to argue about?
Because you're clearly wrong.
No, I just told you I was right, so obviously I am right.
He just said he was right.
Zoltan, that's just not how it works.
But he just said he was right, though.
I love you, Duchess, but no.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
Yeah.
No, but when it comes down to it, like Harry was born into the title Spare. If William didn't have any progeny, he would be next in line to be king if anything happened to William.
And if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a wheelbarrow. I don't know.
Are we really going down that fucking line of?
No, but like he's not even 10th in line anymore, right? Like
he's sick, you dickhead.
Yeah, entire Williams family needs to perish before it's his turn. So it's not really like the hypothetical of if all of these things happen or didn't happen, then he would have been king. Yes, but clearly that's not going to happen now.
Yeah,
so.
but this is the thing. What people are frustrated about over here. I mean, for international viewers and listeners, this is the thing that people are frustrated about. Now, you've got Prince Andrew, the king's brother, who paid £12 million to a woman for basically hush money and go away money. And yet we're still talking about Harry, who's done fuck all wrong. All he's done is married an American. I mean,
the worst of the worst.
Not really, though. No, like you're oversimplifying. Like you are, like everybody knows that Andrew is an absolute fucking monster after the whole Epstein thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's just people are just fucking tired of listening to him, and he's done the right thing. Like he's just stayed the fuck away. Like he did that really horrible interview, and then he's like, no.
Yeah, with Emily Maitlis, yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like told, you are not allowed to speak to a reporter ever again. Like,
Don't
hide
talk.
under a rock somewhere and do not speak to anybody. Basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Harry has chosen over and over again to put himself in the spotlight. It's not like he was forced to give out a book, to make a Netflix series, to go on Oprah, to go on Stephen Colbert's show.
And have you heard his reasoning for it though? Have you heard his reasoning?
Yes, because
he's been hung out to dry. He basically he went to.
Oh, Jesus Christ, nobody said a bad word about him until he went on Oprah and basically called Kate a fucking racist.
No, oh, see, there you go. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Them's the breaks.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes.
Okay. Please find me the transcript where he said that.
I'm sorry.
Please.
I didn't say
and
that
I
he
have
verbatim
made
said
mistakes.
that. He basically said that.
Did he say it?
Are you talking about Kate from Kate Plus 8?
Jesus Christ, dude!
Did he say that? Did he say that, or is that your interpretation?
Oh,
that is my interpretation. And
there you go. There you go, Jotan.
Typical Brits, just gaslighting everybody who disagrees with them.
He didn't say it. He didn't say it.
That's why they left.
All right. So the only way that something is said is by saying it. So when Tucker Carlson says he's not a racist, bigotry, man chauvinist with terrible fucking views, he's never said that. But we still know it to be fucking true, right?
That's how he glanced. That's how he dances around it. Because you can never accuse him of it. Because he can say, "I didn't say that."
Exactly, but you're using the same fucking reasoning, mate.
But so Harry is Tucker, and now you would be defending Tucker, and you're like, see, he never said it. That's what
Tucker Carlson never said. I'm a racist.
No.
People.
He actually.
But he thinks
came out. No, he came out and said they were displaying unconscious bias. He said those words.
Stop turning the camera.
He said. He said I didn't accuse anyone of racism. I said that they used unconscious bias. Yes, that's true. The two are different, and yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
As a mixed race man who lives in a predominantly white country, I can say that there are people that deploy unconscious bias that I could probably kick off at 100 times, and if I did, I probably wouldn't get anywhere in life because I'd just be seen as that angry black man with a chip on his shoulder. But there are certain things that you can let slide and go, do you know what? Let me be part of your life and educate you as to why you're wrong on that, and be that, that logical cancer that's going to melt away that unconscious bias. When someone's overtly racist, that's different. When someone comes up to me and calls me an N-word or a black whatever, that's overtly racist. When someone uses, clandestine thoughts towards me that are biased, then I can deal with that, and I can kind of mitigate that by saying, "Oh, okay, if you think that, well, let me explain to you why you're wrong by my actions and my behaviour."
No, I'm not letting you off that easy. So when I said, he basically said they were racist. How is that different from what you say that they were going on, that he was just using different words? And then you say, he didn't say they were racist. Did he say that verbatim? No, and I never said that he did.
But
I'm just saying, wait. So my question to you is, do you think there are racists out there, except for the people who go around wearing it like a badge of honor and actually calling themselves racist? Because the racists that do that, they are like fucking few. But there are a lot of racists out there. Did he have to say the word "they are racist" to imply that they are.
No,
I
think...
and am I the only one who made that interpretation?
No, of course not. But the problem is there are dots being joined that I don't think need to be joined. It's kind of like, yeah, he says this because he's an old school generation. He's not like racist because he's my uncle and he's all right. It's just it's that kind of thing. You're not kind of trying to throw someone under the bus on that front. But someone else can come along.
Is your uncle less racist because he's old?
No, but what I'm saying is someone else can come along and interpret it in a completely different way, but you can't attribute your perception onto someone else. For me, like I've got mates that say stuff that is proper off key, and I know that they're not racist at all. At all, because if I thought they were racist, I would not fucking talk to them. I wouldn't sit there and share a drink with them. But they say stuff that's off key. Now, for me to say that they have said stuff off key is different to me accusing them of racism. 100%. You cannot tell me, because this is my lived experience. You cannot tell me that I have people that ask me again where I'm from. Where are you from? That they're
all right. Hold on. Let me break in here. So what you're saying, Wayne, is that your anecdotes are irrefutable because they are lived experiences, but the interpretation of the events is up for interpretation for everybody. So because when I listen to you say that, those people are racist and those people are not my friends and I don't hang out with them. Like I don't suffer bigotry.
No, but this
of any stripe. So there's been my buddy. Hold on. So I've had those buddies fall out with me because I'm streaming and they want to make off-color comments, and I'm like, you need to shut the fuck up. Oh, you used to talk like that. I was like, yeah, I used to talk like that when I was like 25, fucking 35. I don't talk like that anymore. Stop saying the R word in my stream. Well, if you're gonna be like that, yeah, I am gonna be like that. We're gonna talk like adults from now on, and we're gonna talk like big kids.
Quick question: so language barrier, R word. I don't know what it is.
Racist.
No.
Oh, okay.
Mentally handicapped R word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, you have to clean up the way you talk. Like, we can't talk like little douchebag 20-year-olds at the turn of the century. Like, those days are gone. We're adults now, and we need to be responsible with our speech. And yeah, people get mad about it, but I can't sit in a group of those people listening to them talk like that and either not pick it up myself or not feel some type of way internally, and then just have to bottle that. So I don't bottle shit.
No. I'll take your point, Mikey, but I don't do that. I will take someone to a side and say, mate, that ain't right. And until that person, like, I'm not going to do it in front of, because if it is like in sort of the banterverse, if you will, if they do it in that sense, I'm like, and I will cringe and I will draw pause and be like, okay, let me catch this person on their own, because I don't want to be that person to make a scene and go like, do you know what? No, you ain't fucking saying that. But I will pull them to one side and say, no, that's bang out of order. You like proper can't say that shit. Because if you say that in front of me, it's fine. But you say it in front of someone else.
It shouldn't be fine in front of you.
No. But what I'm saying, you say it in front of me, it's fine for you in the sense of you get away with it because I'm gonna pull you up and say you can't say that. You say that in front of the wrong person, someone overhears that in the wrong way, you're battered. You're getting battered. So you need to learn that is not tolerable.
And he should have learned from his first battering from you.
No, but I'm not. No, but I'm not going to batter someone. I will intellectually batter them, but I am not going to like physically batter them.
Shartan.
I will. Sorry, Shartan.
Shartan, and then Brenda, and then we got to go to the next one.
Yeah, but still, Wayne, the thing is, I interpret it as a racism. I feel like you're telling me, because I'm a white guy and I haven't experienced racism, I cannot not identify either. I take exception to that because I would not have spoken like that if I didn't mean that they were racism. I would not have spoken those words. And they might be racist. I don't know. I don't know them. But you can't say that he didn't say that. And if you go out and you tell your rich uncle that he's a fucking racist, and he goes like, yeah, but you're off the world, dude. Fuck off. You can't stop. You can't start crying about it. You created that.
No, I'm gonna massively disagree with you there. You can't tell me how offended I should be. You can't tell me
how offended
it's the
you
opposite.
should be. I did the opposite of that.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
No.
I have not.
No,
not
he's
told
saying
you how,
he's saying that you can't say that you were like this offended you and you said something about it, and now you're mad that you're out of the will because you accused the person writing the will of being racist. That's what he's saying. Like you kind of knew it was coming, and then you're like, aha, and then you said no.
No, but
Brenna, what say you about these royals? And please segue us into the next thing. These
well, I missed
12
part of the
these 12 people that the world can't stop talking about.
I missed part of the conversation because I was dealing with trying to order lunch. It was terrible.
Oh God,
poor Brenna.
First world problems. And
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
There we go. That's all I have to say about that.
I need to watch that again.
Park there, sir.
You can't park there, sir.
I would just like to point out in 2024, can we please stop having elected officials taking shit out of the office? Please.
Morning, ABC News has learned President Biden's legal team has found a second batch of classified documents, just days after the White House confirmed classified records were found at Biden's former D.C. office last November before the midterm elections. Sources say after that first batch of about 10 documents was found, aides began searching for more documents, leading to this second discovery. Republicans want Attorney General Merrick Garland to appoint a special counsel to investigate, as was done in the Mar-a-Lago documents case, focusing on former President Trump's handling of documents.
It can't be that we have two tiers of justice in this country.
They did just today assign a special counsel for this. So that they already assigned one. They're already investigating it. As far as I know, all the documents have been turned over to them. I mean, I watched the news on this, so I kind of have this. It's not the same as Trump, so we cannot compare it to what Trump did, because
I can.
Trump obstructed justice, or at least that's what the investigation is about. The documents are there's not as much documentation that was taken.
It's less of a crime, but it's still a crime. Stop taking fucking work home. Y'all are fucking 900 fucking years old. You don't do shit all fucking day. You don't do shit. Stop taking fucking documents out of the fucking. Why is it leaving DC? Like, leave it at work. Stop bringing work home.
Why do you need to read it at home?
You're not gonna fucking read it. You're gonna fucking pull up fucking Angry Birds on your phone while you're taking a dump, eat some fucking chicken nuggies, and go to bed like everybody else.
No, yeah, Mikey. Why don't they just the things that they want to like concentrate on? Why don't they just photocopy it and then just highlight it and leave the actual official things at the office?
You're not even allowed to make copies of this stuff.
That's actually very, very illegal.
You can't make copies.
You can't make copies. You can't mark it.
Okay, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, that's actually.
But that's the point. That you should do that at work. Like if a motherfucker is a welder and he's just bringing home pieces of iron and he's just got it sitting all over his fucking living room on the fucking car. No one brings work home. Leave that shit at work. And if he gets, and
every day.
If Biden gets in trouble for this, I'm fucking
Are
glad
you making
because
holes again, Wayne? Are you
Wayne's just
making
drilling holes
again?
and everything.
I just have to do this. I can't.
have a need.
I can't stop. I can't stop.
I'm
Like,
sick.
I can't stop.
I'm
But I'm
I just don't get it. Like
I'm
I just don't get it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, if you've ever, if somebody presented me with something and a piece of paper and this is super secret, you shouldn't fucking share this to anyone. I wouldn't just like, oh, that was just super secret, and then just leave them where the fuck ever. I would make sure to give them back as soon as I was done with them. Like, I don't get how all of these secret, super secret, and all of the different classifications of paper are in Mar-a-Lago, and I just don't get it. Like,
How did it
fucking
leave?
incompetent do you have to be to not read secret?
You can't even take a book out of the fucking library without checking it out first. You're just letting these assholes walk around with fucking... Stop letting these stupid fucks walk around with fucking important documents. It's fucking it's like the fucking pen at the bank. There's a fucking chain on it from now on. Every fucking document needs a chain on it. So you can't fucking walk off with it.
One better, bungee cord.
The little scrinkly binkly motherfucker. Like yeah. Just stop taking shit that don't belong to you out of the fucking offices it belongs in. This is America's shit, not your shit, Joe Biden.
I have a question though. So Trump had the stupidest fucking defense ever for his Mar-a-Lago papers. What's Biden's defense?
I don't know. Did you hear any defense yet? I saw this morning.
Has Biden commented on it and tried to defend why those papers were
Let's listen on. Maybe it tells us.
Country. It can't be that there's one rule.
And also fuck this guy.
For Republicans
I don't think I want
and
to
a different
listen
rule
to
for
anybody
Democrats.
on Fox
Merrick
News.
Garland said, we have to have a special prosecutor for Trump. Well, that means we've got to have one for Biden.
Some Democrats also critical of the president.
Classified documents belong in classified settings.
No word.
See, she makes sense. She makes sense to me. Katie Porter, you're the bomb, diggity.com. You just come out here and say what everybody's thinking. She's going to be president. You wait.
Isn't that the lady that had that like really awesome speech a few years back?
With the people being able to forward things, she just busted out the fucking whiteboard and the dry erase marker.
Yeah.
Whiteboard is
she came properly fucking prepared for that point. That's one. All right, I remember her now.
She's awesome.
How many
she's
there were.
fucking awesome.
The House Oversight Committee is vowing to investigate.
Well, it gets
its
awesomer.
chairman is demanding to see the documents.
He said, well, there's only 10 documents in that first batch. We don't know how many in this second batch, but as soon as they found it, they turned it over. Well, we don't know that. That's just what they said.
The White House says.
Yeah, they're already caught. So they're like, you know what? Let me not confess. Let me just lie. It was actually 12 documents.
Unlike
never mind about Mar-a-Lago, which they were singing about 2 months ago, that the president's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants.
I mean, it's wildly convenient that right now, when the Republicans are in charge of the Congress and investigations into presidents or former presidents, that all of a sudden the current president has classified documents stored in their personal space.
We found
I think that's a little bit convenient that happens to be right now in which former President Trump is being investigated for something pretty similar, but yet still probably more dangerous than anything. I think it's a little bit convenient.
Teacher, he forgot to do his homework.
Have we gone full circle? Is this not the cop that was stopping that young lady? Because that's the same cruiser. That's the same fucking hire.
Because he got fired from his other job, so they had to put him somewhere else.
He had to go to Palm Beach. He got fired out of Waterbury, Connecticut.
I'm telling you now, Mikey, if you pull the video up, that's the same fucking cruiser. That's the same high vis. It's the same stature of man.
Case, as soon as Biden's lawyers found the first batch of documents, they alerted the National Archives, which told the Justice Department, which has now launched a review.
We're told the investigation led by the U.S. Attorney in Chicago, John Lausch, a Trump appointee, is in the...
Your mustache is from fucking 1831.
You look like he's
Shane.
he needs his hat on.
Yeah,
Where's
your fedora? Fucking Dick Tracy over here.
The AG has been briefed and will soon announce a decision on whether to launch a full-scale investigation and appoint a special counsel.
They did.
They decided yes, that there is going to be a special counsel.
They did. So they did.
Her mustache is non-existent.
Stop it. Don't you dare.
What?
We're living through a time of extraordinary change. I'm Katie Porter. Change can be electrifying and exhilarating, but change can also be disruptive and disorienting, like the constant assault on our...
I haven't seen a single whiteboard yet in this ad, so I just...
hold on, Mikey.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ, watch the whole thing, Barry.
Wow.
I want the fucking sizzle on the steak up front.
Our democracy and the dangerous imbalance in our economy. Too often, this disruption is coming from within. They used to call the United States Senate the world's greatest deliberative body. Yeah, well, if that were ever true to begin with, that has changed too. The threat from so-called leaders like Mitch McConnell has too often made the United States Senate the place where rights get revoked, special interests get rewarded, and our democracy gets rigged. As Californians, we've proven we won't just sit by and let these things happen. You always do your part, and I will continue to do mine. Especially in times like these, California needs a warrior in Washington. And that's exactly why I'm announcing my candidacy for the United States Senate in 2024. I don't do Congress the way others often do. I use whatever power I have to speak hard truth to the powers that be. To not just challenge the status quo, but call it out, name names, and demand justice. That goes for taking on Wall Street and the big banks, big oil, and big pharma. It's why I refuse to accept corporate PAC and lobbyist campaign money. I don't want it. And I'm leading the fight to ban congressional stock trading. I won't tolerate it because it's just wrong. To win these fights, it's time for new leadership in the U.S. Senate. If you agree, please go to katieporter.com.
Okay, we get it, girlfriend. Okay. Your inspirational music is making me vomit. Please just find a song. Just find a song. I hate the what? Just stop swelling into nothing, all right? Swells
it's a
are
bit Buzz Lerman sunscreen.
Oh my goodness. That's why I take Zyrtec. Like, stop it.
Side effects.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the side effect later. Come in.
Please consult your doctor before taking.
Side effects include blindness and death.
Don't take this unless if you're allergic to the ingredients. Well, what are the ingredients?
We'll never tell.
If you're afraid of imminent death, do not take this.
Just don't. Just consult your doctor. Yeah. So that's been exciting news this week. Is that Katie Porter announced her run for Senate in California, which does a lot of good for me because. Being in Orange County and she being from Orange County, I could actually, if she does get elected, I can actually see my senator because the other senators are not in this area. So that's kind of exciting. Unfortunately, the problem is that the right-wing media is already trying to start infighting with trying to start some fighting with the Democrats, thinking, oh, Adam Schiff is pissed at this because apparently Adam Schiff wants to run for Senate. First off, I looked on Adam Schiff's website, and he is not announced at all. So I don't know why he would be mad. By the way, we're California. So for our primaries, for the first run, it's the top 2. And for most of the time I've been voting, it's always been a Democrat in the top 2. So there's no problem with that when it comes to that. So that's fine. And then we take the from the top 2, we take the winner of that. It's supposed to be for Senator Feinstein's seat. She has not announced re-election, so the chances are she's not. So she can retire into her little hole and do whatever she wants. Not my problem. But this is exciting that Katie Porter announced her running, and then if Adam Schiff runs, then it's going to be a good campaign. I like them both.
Yeah.
That's just kind of my thought on this is that, California, we're pretty safe and we just need good candidates, and that's it. And if we have Katie Porter, if we have Adam Schiff, if we have, any number of great candidates out there, we'll be fine.
Whatever, California. Katie Porter for prez. I'm sick. Sick.
Wow.
It's a way for her to get to president, but my biggest concern is not actually Katie Porter being, running for Senate. It's if she wins and we have to, because we just got redistricted, right? Because of the census. So I got into her district. This was this is the first time she got elected into this district. And now we'll have to choose somebody else. And that's really hard right now in Orange County, because at any moment we could be switching back to our nasty, racist, Republican, Trumpian kind of side.
Back to normal.
Don't say that. So that's my biggest concern is not that she's running, but if she does end up winning, we're going to have to find a way we're going to have to vote for somebody to replace her, and it's going to be a bigger uphill battle because it's so easy when it's Katie Porter with her whiteboard, right? Everybody loves the whiteboard, but if we don't have her whiteboard, what are we going to do with our lives? So that's all I have to say about that.
Someone needs to come along and usurp her with a corkboard with string, red string.
That's the GOP. They could the QAnon GOP can do all that jazz, and we'll try to pick another the whiteboard person.
Yeah, God forbid someone comes along with a tablet.
Get out.
Whoa.
We won't have that.
Your new technology, you freak.
Governor Pritzker has
in Illinois
signed the state's historic assault weapons ban into law. This means some big changes for gun owners and for gun dealers, but it doesn't come without controversy. NBC5's Natalie Martinez joining us live now with the story tonight. Natalie?
Stefan, the governor made it official just over 2 hours ago, but gun rights advocates say, we'll see you in court. With the governor's signature tonight, the assault weapons ban becomes law.
Today, we made history, becoming the 9th state to institute an assault weapons ban and one of the strongest assault weapons bans in the nation.
The legislation outlaws assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and switches. Those who already own assault weapons now have to register them with state police. The Illinois State Rifle Association told us tonight.
This bill actually doesn't do anything for the criminal element. It is actually an attack on law-abiding firearm owners.
With Senate approval earlier this week,
that man ain't taking a deep breath since '88.
It's always an attack on the law-abiding citizens. Oh,
House lawmakers followed suit today. The 68-41 vote went mainly down party lines.
This legislature continues to enact legislation that is patently unconstitutional.
Former candidate for governor Darren Bailey defiant, telling Springfield, if you want my guns, come get them. The deadly shooting at Highland Park's 4th of July parade was a driving force for the measure, which is praised by the Illinois Gun Violence Prevention PAC.
It restricts
the size of ammunition magazines. It restricts them to 10 bullets for a long gun and 15 bullets for a handgun. We had not had any limits before, so this is progress.
BradyUnited.org, who filed a lawsuit against Smith & Wesson after July 4th, says this will undoubtedly save.
Alex,
Something
Progress
happened.
Only in the chat says, doesn't address the criminal element, says the person who every time someone suggests a federal legislation. Exactly.
Lies.
It's uniquely United States
Can't
problem.
hear it
We
anymore,
know that.
Mikey. Yeah, we can't hear it.
You guys can't hear it?
I can't.
Let's see.
I can't
Oh, yeah.
see you wait.
Oh, because you guys keep turning your cameras off and you push buttons. You eliminated my share. Nerds.
I pressed a wrong button. I didn't mean to. Sorry.
There we go. That one. Yes. The red box is on the right thing. Okay. So about right here, probably.
Legislature continues to enact legislation that is patently unconstitutional.
Former candidate for governor Darren Bailey defiant, telling Springfield, if you want my guns, come get them. The deadly shooting at Highland Park's 4th of July parade was a driving force for the measure, which is praised by the Illinois Gun Violence Prevention PAC.
It restricts the size of ammunition magazines. It restricts them to 10 bullets for a long gun and 15 bullets for a handgun. We had not had any limits before, so this is progress.
BradyUnited.org, who filed a lawsuit against Smith & Wesson after July 4th, says this will undoubtedly save lives.
It's uniquely United States problem. We know that mass shootings between 2009 and 2020 found that when they involved assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, more people are shot and more people die.
In fact, this Highland Park doctor, who also survived the parade massacre, says this bill is critical and hopes it becomes federal law.
There's no reason that we should have a preventable cause of death as the leading cause of death in children.
Okay. And thank you, Wayne, for not turning off your camera so that I wouldn't fuck up everybody else's boxes, which I've been ranting about for 2 years. Thank you, sir.
Mikey, can you help me with my box here?
There's no point, because as soon as Wayne turns his back on, it's going to resize it, which is why you're not supposed to turn it off. Use your lens cap, damn it. Or tell me and I'll
look pretty.
Oh my goodness. All right. Jarten, what says you? I have to fix Brenna's box.
Sorry. I apologize.
So what say you, Jarten, with these new rules? Can't hear you,
I'm saying
Jarten.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that it's just you know my stance on gun laws. There's just no reason to interpret the Second Amendment the way that you do. Like, for me, it's just weird, and it keeps getting weirder, and it's just, well, yeah, I don't know.
Here's the bad part. They're not going to do it in Indiana and Wisconsin, which are an hour drive away. So what's the fucking point? And as long as you have your Floyd card in Illinois, they're probably going to sell to you across the state line. It's no big deal. You've been vetted, so you just come over here and buy it and then just drive back to where you're. Like, it doesn't matter if you do it in one state. It doesn't matter, because people have cars, you idiots. They'll just drive to where the gun is, go get it, and then drive back. It doesn't, you can't just do it in what, it has to be regional, at least, like the Midwest, like Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa have all signed a thing where you can't have assault weapons. That would dry up some shit. But if you just do it in Illinois, and JB Pritzker, I'm thinking, might be trying to make a presidential push here, if not this year, or if not this coming election or the one after.
Yeah. It's just,
God damn it.
Just do something sensible. Just the way that you have it right now just doesn't make any sense. So just do something sensible.
Brenna, what says you?
What do I say about gun laws?
About them banning assault weapons. Do you think it will do anything?
Yeah. We've banned assault weapons before, and it decreased violence and especially gun violence, and it does affect people. And even a little bit, even something as small as Illinois,
small.
At least there's that.
You watch your mouth, Californian.
I'm sorry, we're the second one.
You're like 7 states in one, and you don't even talk. You don't even talk to the Northern California. So don't even start with me.
I don't even know what's going on there. It's a completely different area.
Yeah. Do you even know what Sacramento is?
That's close to her.
That's so far away. I think any little progress is progress, and if Illinois shows that this is working, then the other states might from the other states around there might start working. Might start looking at it.
Not in Indiana.
I call bullshit. I call bullshit. The Second Amendment is so ingrained into the American psyche that
don't try to use the broad brush American thing. We're talking about Illinois.
Okay, no, I'm.
And we're talking we're talking about assault weapons. And first off, I have no idea how a citizen has access to assault weapons. We need an assault weapon ban. So if we can start with working on that would be great. But right now, first off, Congress is a shit show and will never ever happen right now. There's no point on worrying about that. There's no point on worrying about the Second Amendment either. Because I have a right to speak on this kind of stuff.
Okay.
The Second Amendment, we can still limit a lot of things in the Second Amendment. And that's what we do. And the assault weapon ban that California had once had, we kind of have one right now. The one, what Illinois is doing and what other states do, they can do. So it's not necessarily not necessarily that we're looking at the Second Amendment. We're looking at gun laws. And we have people who believe that the Second Amendment is the only gun law, which is not true. And we cannot conflate both of them. So,
can I just say something in the private chat? Your is YOU''R''E dickhead.
That's in our Skype chat. Jason, get the fuck out of our Skype chat. Fucking remove you from the call if you can't fucking behave.
Don't come in here with your grammatical errors.
Yeah.
Prick.
Fucking can't even type straight. Fucking in here, fucking interjecting. Shut up. Anybody ask you? Get out of here.
I am dropping the grammatical elbow.
Yeah, fucking in here stirring the shit pot. You're gonna lick the spoon. You keep it up there, bud.
It gets worse.
Fucking get out of here. But I think this is posturing from the governor, because it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything that saves lives. It doesn't. All that old fucking crusty old dude is 100% correct. They're not using registered weapons to commit most of these crimes. And that shooting, the what's it called shooting? That was legal.
Yeah,
that was a legal gun. Like that's the so if they're serious about gun safety, then be serious about it. But when you just say and I will write this measure and I signed it on television. I signed it on television, but it doesn't do anything, and it probably is unconstitutional. So it's going to get thrown out anyway. So I get that everyone wants to be happy and they want to take little steps. This is political posturing. This is not a step towards gun reform at all. It isn't. It's a setup. It's to make him look good so that he can win his governorship And you know what I mean? Like he's doing this so that he can save his own life. This won't save people.
See, massive gun reform in America would take someone
A constitutional convention.
Yeah,
It's not a someone. You're not going to get this wrong again, Wayne. I'm cutting you off.
Yeah,
it takes a constitutional convention. No one person can decide it.
We cannot continue having this argument because it's not going to go anywhere if
I'm saying someone as a monolith, as a group, to push something forward, to push a narrative forward that is that guys, we don't actually need these, and someone to spearhead that particular narrative. That's why I'm saying someone.
It doesn't matter if someone does that, Wayne. You are fundamentally misunderstanding how our government works. To change our constitution,
of course I am. Of course I am. I'm a filthy Brit.
To change our constitution takes a majority of the states.
Mm-hmm.
We still have the South,
and so we would need.
Well, there you go. So you can
never
use them. So you
it's
can then
never going to happen.
Using statements as a monolith, and then you come out with that.
So we would have to socially brainwash people into believing that guns are not the answer to their problems, and that is one of the hardest things to do. It might be even harder than changing the Constitution. If we can start changing minds, that is going to be difficult. So it really is. It's a combination of making guns or the use of assault weapons as socially inept. Then maybe we can start somewhere with that. We would literally have to change people, and right now with the way that, let's say, I don't know, Lauren Boebert is sort of flaunting her ammo sexual nature.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
The UK did that with Dunblane. Australia did that with their last mass shooting, and famously and most recently, New Zealand did that.
Right.
Because
they don't have something in their
social.
It took a tragedy. It took a tragedy for that to be enacted.
Fucking tragedies every day. We have an entire list of mass shootings that happen. We do not have the social backing. Like Australia doesn't have the social backing that we have here when it comes to gun ownership. England doesn't have the social backing. We have such high social backing that even the amendment doesn't hold up to it. We have
of course it don't.
Such love, such loving sexualness.
It's lust. It's lust.
It is.
It's not love.
Desire.
It's turning into gun porn.
This is the level that we're dealing with. We're dealing with family photos. Holding assault weapons, children holding assault weapons. Like that should be socially unacceptable, but we don't do that because
make sure your trigger safe, boy. Point that pinky finger.
Because we accept it because of the Second Amendment, and so we have to get the social side of it done first before we can do anything majorly legal wise.
But how do you do that when it's so ingrained within your society, and it's like I say, it's part of American culture. Guns are part of American culture.
So you missed the part. You asked a question, but then you want to tell a story after, and I'm going to stop you. So how can you get this done? Then you'd have to go state by state, which is why I said Illinois doing this is posturing, because Indiana is twice the gun state that Illinois is, and Wisconsin's got us matched. So it's like the two neighboring states that have all the fucking guns don't have anything. So the people aren't going to just drive across the fucking line like they already do anyway.
This is a right-wing talking point, though, isn't it? This is a right-wing talking point. You can have the most strict gun laws in Illinois, but all you've got to do is drive across the state line and you can get what you like.
That's not a right-wing talking point. That's true.
No, it's something that the right-wing always bring up.
We can't live our lives according to the Fox News Bible. Just say what you want to say. Don't worry about what they're gonna fucking comment with. Because if we're talking about the real issue, it doesn't matter who said it. Because even though that crusty, go ahead.
You have to appreciate that I'm living in the UK. I'm living in a massive bubble, and I only get the information about your country from you guys and the news that is given to me through our media. So that's why I'm kind of like a bit confused in the sense of
we're doubling back on stuff that we literally just said like 5 minutes ago, though, because you're trying to redo your gun thing where you should just change the Constitution. Then we have to go back and walk that back. Well, this place is it. Then we got to walk that back. And then there was a tragedy. Now we have to walk that back. Like I need you to keep up with us on this. The score has not changed at all, right? From all the other previous gun debates we've had. And then Illinois does this. Even though Indiana's not doing it, even though Wisconsin's not doing it, even though Iowa's not doing it, even though Missouri's not doing it. So what is the actual utility of this bill?
I don't know.
There isn't one. That's the ticket. That's the story. This does nothing. And it might be unconstitutional, which means they're going to throw it out anyway. Because the NRA's lawyers have been up all night with a pot of coffee. This will not stand.
Yeah.
So
anything that has to do with guns and limiting guns, the NRA will already have an answer to it. And I think that there's the rub, right?
Yeah. Short-term, hit it.
Yeah, but I'm getting confused now. So they're trying to do something. Yes, it's most likely going to fail, but at least they're trying to do something. Yes, it's probably going to be fucking meaningless, all that. But it also sends a very strong signal. But it's
going to get people behind it.
Yeah, and it's sending a signal like we are actually trying to do something. So saying that you shouldn't do it just because it isn't going to work, because as we've established over and fucking over again. Having the Second Amendment law tossed out is going to take a long time and a lot of work and an entire fucking changing culture, right? So trying to change that culture, one piece, one state, one legislation, even if it fails, I'm behind that. Even though I don't think it'll work, I'm thinking it's a good way to send a signal. And even if it's just signal politics, it's a good policy, like
poison a lake.
It's a start at least. So, I'm kind of torn. Like, should we stop trying because we don't think it will work? I don't know. Maybe we should just continue trying.
I'm not saying
that.
What's the
point in that then?
I'm not saying that it shouldn't be changed. That people need to try. This is a fucking ruse. He knew that this wasn't going to pass. He knows that this is going to get shot down. He knows. But it makes him look good. So now he's using the shooting at that parade as political ammo to boost himself. Like, look, and I remember what was going on in Highland Park and I signed this thing through. And it's that kind of like showboaty, like bullshit of politics that's really fucking hurtful because it's not going to help. And you making people think that it is going to help. And that's equally as dangerous. Like a bad solution can be just as bad as the problem. You know what I mean?
Then what is the point in doing anything? If it's not gonna work, if it's not gonna change any minds,
why can't he talk?
Point in doing fucking anything.
So why doesn't he? So why isn't this a thing between the three governors of Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana to actually? Because that would get it done. Because once you dry up fucking 800 miles of real estate where people can't have these, that changes things. But if you're just doing it inside the state, when you know the neighboring states are you know what I mean? Like that's the difference between saying you're going to do something and doing something.
No, but if it's a gesture that stokes a fire in other people in these neighboring states that can garner support behind it, then maybe just starting that little fire might be good enough to get people on board in these neighboring states. And you have to start from somewhere. You can't just go, right, okay, blanket ban, we're doing this, end of. And it's so jarring that it's gonna irk everyone in the neighboring states. Maybe if you just start that little fire, you start, and those little embers may sort of like cross state lines, and then you might build something, and then you can build something on top of that. Maybe that's what he's going for. He knows that it's not going to be, the be all and end all from this initial posture, but maybe it might start something that will gather momentum and produce something in the future. So instead of poo-pooing it and just going, what's the point? They're never going to change. Where do we get from there?
I feel like you didn't listen to my entire answer, but that's okay. That's okay.
No, I did, but I think you didn't entirely listen to my litigation of.
I literally said he should have worked with the other governors from other states, and that would be a better solution. But you said I didn't produce the solution, so that's why I'm saying you didn't listen to everything that I said.
No, I did listen to that, but what I'm
so
saying
how
is
is so shoot down my proposal that the governors of a region should work together to actually shut down the problem, as opposed to one person grandstanding to look at what a good boy I am because I told the Pew boys to go.
No, my point was, you're looking at him grandstanding, but I'm saying to you, instead of you looking at it as him grandstanding, maybe that is going to light fires in other people with regards to.
That's a lot of speculation, sir. Do you have any citations for that? Because I have all the citations about why J.B. Pritzker is a rich, pompous asshole. He does not care. Like,
Mikey,
I'm trying
again,
to. I don't understand. Why are you fucking? No. Why are you fucking defending this guy when you literally don't know anything about?
I'm not.
But
exactly,
you are though.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So take off the rose. So take off the rose fucking tinted glasses. And trust me, I wouldn't have brought this shit to you guys if I thought it would. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't. Oh, cool, man. We can let it go. It's fine. But you need to understand. But you need to understand that I brought this to you guys for a fucking reason. And this is no, hold on. Now, this is the fucking problem with politics in America right now. I'm going to go fucking full screen because you got me fucking livid now. Please. Because this is the fucking problem. They will give you small piecemeal dog shit. And they say, look, I did something. You did nothing. Lulling people into a sense of complacency is the worst thing that could fucking happen to us right now. We literally have people storming the fucking Capitol. Every election is rigged. There's a fucking pandemic running around, and we're getting this piecemeal shit. We don't have time for fucking flowery poetry about nothing. Sign some shit that's going to save some fucking lives, or you're gonna be fucking gone. That's what it boils down to.
Mikey, I got every part of this from you, and I said that I am basing this on the information that I have gotten from you. I do not know this geezer. I'm not citing anything about this guy, his history, his background. I don't know shit. All I'm saying is, well, maybe he's just kind of, planting a little seed, a little acorn. That's all I'm saying. I do not have any skin in this game.
So when I say your maybe is implausible, you say, but I can have a maybe. It's like, all right, man, cool. I don't know what we're talking about then.
But because I'm only getting the information from you. I'm not citing any sources. Like, so when you say citation needed, I'm like, mate, I'm just getting it from you. I'm literally just kind of responding to what you've said. So if I'm ill-informed, Or
Okay.
if I don't
No,
know, if I don't know this guy,
it's fine. The group, the council does not always have to be in agreement. You guys think it's this might pave the way for something greater. I've lived here long enough to know better.
well, exactly, Mikey. So I'm not going to sit there. All I'm going to do is take the
So are
information.
we not allowed to have any ideas? I think this is the thing that I
okay.
think is being lost on me, is that we're saying that, or some of us are saying that something could happen from this, and you're saying no, you guys are wrong. Like, we all want the good in people, and we want things to go well. Let us have that. Just because you're sitting there, I live in California. We do have this sort of, we want things to get better. We want things to be right. But to tell us that no, you're wrong, go sit down, is not necessarily the way that you're going to get us on your side.
You guys can't be on my side unless you live here. So I'm not attacking everybody in the room, but I'm just trying to clarify a couple of things. If the way that Illinois is so corrupt and so nasty, and our neighbors are such gun toters, that this is clearly bullshit. And I'm like, see, guys, look at this bullshit. You're like, I don't know. Maybe some good will come out of it. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? It's Illinois. Of course there's nothing good come out. Like, oh, well, maybe you're being a Debbie Downer. Some good could come. So technically, yeah, maybe everybody's going to start turning in guns, and our gun crime will go down to zero. I just don't live in that reality. Like, that's not what happens. And he's not that guy. You know what I mean?
Okay, well then,
he's not that guy.
Don't talk to me about Prince Harry then. Don't talk to me about.
Wait. No,
I didn't.
Stop. All right. So first of all, if we're gonna have a discussion about anything, we can't always be in that position where if I haven't lived it, I'm not. I can't have an opinion about it. And nobody said, Mikey. And because what you just made is a fucking definition of a straw man. Nobody said that we thought that because of this, people were going to start handing in guns. Nobody said that. We said, is it a bad thing? I know nothing about your governor. All I knew was what you said, and I said, is it a bad thing that they're trying? Even if he's using it for political clout, right? I don't think that the governors of your neighboring state would have followed him if he proposed to do so. So he went at it alone, and maybe he's an absolute dipshit for doing it. But anybody who's trying to do something about a problem, even though it turns into being futile, I can stand behind that. And I'm sorry that it's a big problem and it's not going to help, and that, as you said, Illinois is such a fucking cesspool as it is, and your neighbors are this gun-toting, and I'm sympathetic to that. But when we talk about Sweden or Europe, right, I always want your opinion about that as outsider, how you look at that. I don't like when you or like I felt like Wayne did earlier, stand on that horse and say like, I've lived it, so my opinion is the only one that's valid, and everything you say is wrong because you're a white guy in Sweden. If that is the way that we're gonna have discussion in the future, there's no point in having discussions in the future, because then I can say my piece about where I live, you can say your piece about where you live, and
so
the discussion is mute.
Let me offer a different analogy here. So if we were
valid point, to be fair.
So if we're talking about, if we were just like making, okay, person one walks into the room and then person two is in the room, right? And we're just using person one and person two, and they're just these nebulous forms, right? They don't have faces; they're just these like gray mannequins. So if I start filling in more details, where it's not just a gray mannequin, it's Jack the Ripper. And this is like what, you know what I mean? Like there's context and nuance that's added in with the people. So when I'm talking about JB Pritzker, that's what I was trying to do. I'm attempting to add nuance to the conversation so that you guys can really see that it's not just these governor passes thing. It's JB Pritzker puts up an assault ban. Like that's what I was attempting to do. So that's what I'm trying to with the other states and the other governors and stuff like that, I'm trying to paint a more broad picture that this is clearly like when we watched the thing with fucking Tulsi Gabbard, like someone could look at them like, oh yeah, this is just a great journalist asking him hard-hitting questions. But the nuance that we receive from it, the subtlety that we receive from it, because it's fucking Tulsi Gabbard of all fucking people trying to correct somebody on their integrity. That's the thing. So that's what I'm trying to get across to you guys, that this guy is doing this, knowing damn well that it's not going to do anything, but it makes him look good. That's what I'm trying to point out to you guys.
Okay. So, Mikey, and I get that. So, and we've gotten that clarification afterwards, but you asked for my opinion before you told me the story about the congressman. I only saw that little piece that you said that and you asked me, what is your opinion about this thing? And I gave you my opinion. Afterwards, I got all of these other components, and of course, I understand, and I understand how, I can understand, I'm trying to understand how frustrating it must be to have a governor who's only using things like this for his political clout, and it's
furthering his career.
Furthering his career. Now that you've explained that, I understand that, but I did not, when I first gave my first reaction to it, I did not know that. I only knew that 40-second thing that you showed us.
Right, fair enough.
Yeah. So how are we supposed to encapsulate?
Just please don't interrupt. Please.
You weren't talking.
No, I was just waiting for Mikey to give me,
heads up. Yeah,
for just a response on what I said, just a reply on what I said, and then so there are all of these nuances. There are nuances that people that live in a certain area and are of a certain ethnicity or a color or religion or whatever, and they have different perspectives on living in that place and stuff that I can never experience, right? Because I live where I live and I am, of the complexion that I am. But I'm still at that point though. Even though this didn't work, I would still I still hope that every politician in the United States would try to work to find a solution. And, just gun control, and getting hit down, Fuck the Republicans trying to get Roe v. Wade overturned since 1973, and they fucking did it last year. Right? Just took them 49 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have to pull, all of these legislations have to go forward for the next 49 fucking years, but then you'll have, reasonable fucking gun control. Well, it's a good thing. But I understand your frustration. That's what I'm saying. I understand that there are elements to this and there are details in this that I do not know. And
he's full of shit.
Yeah, I have no rebuttal to that.
He took all the toilets out of his fucking mansion so that he could claim that it was uninhabitable so that he didn't have to pay taxes on it. This dude's a fucking winner. Wayne and then Brenna, and then I got a comment from Dutch. Wayne, Brenna, then Dutch.
Yeah. To Brenna's point and to Jartan's point, it's kind of like we only had a very small snapshot of this particular senator to go on. You asked our opinion, and we gave you it on the limited information that we had, because this is someone I don't know who the fuck this geezer is, but I gave you my honest opinion, and this is me being someone who lives in the UK that has no concept of the American gun control laws and all that shit. I think it's just fucking bonkers anyway. And to Jartan's point, because you pulled me up on me saying like my lived experience. That's fair dues, because it is my lived experience, and I shouldn't project that onto you and expect you to be like, no, this is my way, and you should be abiding by the criteria that I've been subjected to. But when it comes down to this particular guy, we know nothing about him. We know nothing about him. You gave us a caricature, and then you embellished it once the pushback came, and it's like, well, you didn't say that in the first place. So maybe there should be a more full view embellishment of this particular character before inviting us to answer a question that you
the point
already kind of answered.
the point was for there to be the flip, but then when I went to do the flip, everyone said no, you didn't say that before. So I was like, okay. So a bad artistic decision on my part in sculpting the conversation.
Yeah, because we literally, as Jartan and I both said, we knew nothing about this guy until you have given us the information.
I was giving him the crossing guard cop treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Played without comment, get your comments, and then tell you what actually happened.
Yep.
Yeah. Brenna?
Miss Brenna, Lady Phoenix, Osaka Phoenix.
I have the gardeners here, so I can't.
So woof woof, woof woof, woof woof.
God.
I don't normally agree with Dutch, but he actually has a comment that doesn't make nonsense. It makes sense. Illinois is the most corrupt state. They pay off the literal mob and corrupt union leaders and push de facto segregation. The Madigans, Dailies, corrupt. What, 3 governors and a congressman who was speaker got arrested? Yeah, I think we're at
also
3.
Wayne, your fridge is open.
Yes, Wayne, your fridge is open.
It's really not.
You want to go ahead and take a look?
It's really not.
Over there. But yeah, I think we're at 3 out of 5. The last 3 out of 5 governors have been to prison.
You're doing well.
we're on an uptrend. Well, I mean, it's gotten better now because Trump pardoned one of them, so we're doing good. That one doesn't count now. Trump pardoned him.
Do you want to have a borrow of Boris? We're lending him here. He was born in America, so he can be your governor.
He would run screaming and crying back to you, screaming and crying. Illinois would tear that poor man asunder. He ain't built for this.
He'd be screaming back in Latin.
No, that'd be some sort of witch language. You don't want the hillbilly south of Interstate 80 to catch wind of him speaking Latin.
He be casting a spell.
He's one of them Mexicans.
Right.
He's speaking Latin American.
Speaking of Mexicans.
Are we ready for the last point of order?
What you got?
'Cause I have a happy story.
What you got?
What you got? Can I share screen?
Sure.
Show me your light.
I don't know if it's gonna work great.
No, I'll send you the pictures.
Thank you.
Give me a second.
It's a family show.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Where do you want me to send the pictures?
It's fine. Facebook's fine.
Facebook.
Just give me a second.
Dutch says, we had one good governor in my lifetime, Edgar. We had one good Chicago mayor in my 48 years, Harold Washington. Yeah, because Rahm Emanuel and the dailies, and it's just been a shit show. Now we got Lightfoot.
I swear I'm gonna get a t-shirt made with a cartoon Jartan face, and underneath it just says, "Give me a second. Give me a second."
I was gonna show you like a whole thing, but I'm just gonna send you this, and I'm gonna tell you the story.
We have a story involved in this.
There is a story involved in this.
Do I need a cup of cocoa for this?
And we're gonna post everything to the other one first. That one, yes. So you might remember this guy. See if we can share a screen. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey. I know that
So
guy.
that's my brother. And we went to Norway last weekend because he won the Trondheim Municipality Culture Award for 2022, which is the first time that an Autotainer, and especially one from our little town, won that award. And he won it because of his, craftsmanship and the fact that he, stands up for those who doesn't have a lot. He, back in 2016, I think it was, he did an entire musical where all the proceeds went to the homeless. Well, they have this magazine that the homeless sell, or people who have substance abuse, and all the proceeds went towards that. He put that whole show together with 60 musicians and artists from the entire country.
Wow.
And he finally got this award. And next picture, please.
Mm-hmm.
So he got £3.5 cash prize and that incredible statue that you can see him holding, which was heavy.
That looks
shit.
heavy as fuck.
Is that pewter?
It was like a massive fucking stone.
Made out of a dying star.
Is that like they bronzed a midget?
Yeah. So he just carved that out of like one massive like boulder, and it was heavy as shit. But we went and we got to see him get this award. He held a very, very... What?
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't say it.
I know.
No, I did, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. I was just like, did I say that?
It's in the private. It's in a private chat for a reason.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't realize.
You don't read it out loud. You don't react to it.
I didn't read it out. I didn't say the word again.
Dude, it popped up on my screen. I thought that it popped up for everybody.
It did pop on mine.
All right. Anyways, sorry. So Shulg won this award, and it was a fantastic show where they had, dancers. There was this like 12-year-old girl doing like this Cirque du Soleil thing within the ring that they hoisted up in the roof. The Elvis guys, the guys who made the "What Does the Fuck Say" song that was going everywhere a few years ago. They were there. It was amazing because they had like this symphony orchestra. And I'm gonna send you just a short video, Mikey. It was just so fucking. No, I can't send it. Fantastic. All right, fuck that then. I'll post it to Patreon or anything. So you can go to patreon.com/thebinpodcast and you will see videos with the symphony orchestra playing What Does the Fuck Say. It was amazing having an entire. Elvis also has the happiest drummer in the world, which was also, good fun to see. And it was a good time. And congratulations to Shulg for winning the Trondheim Municipality Culture Award of 2022.
One of our first guests. Yes. See, if you want success in life, people, be a guest on the show.
Exactly.
It's the bin. Don't actually run the bin podcast because we get nothing.
We basically cultivate success stories here. That's what we do.
Us personally, no.
We are fertile soil.
Yeah, there you go.
We are literally a stepping stone. You can put your foot on our actual face and
we are often stepped over. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this just in. Breaking news. Do we have a breaking news sound?
Here, I got breaking news. Hold on. It's right here. I got you right here.
I think it's a really major mistake and an insult to me.
I think that's it.
Nope.
Victoria's
Can't park
Secret.
this, huh?
Victoria's Secret what?
Is out of business.
What?
Where will I get my thongs?
Victoria's, well, only in Sweden, but still. They have.
Oh, Victoria's Secret in Sweden is closed?
Let's see.
You say that the boss of Ann Summers over here has died recently.
Let's say, so Victoria's Secret, blah, 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 blah. In Sweden, yeah. They announced this today that they're out of business. They've lost 310 million Swedish krona in the last 5 years.
That's like $70.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan, where will you get your diesel-powered vibrators from now?
They don't sell. What do you think they sell at Victoria's Secret?
You've never been to Victoria's Secret, have you?
What do you think is for? What do you think is for sale there?
Yeah, seriously.
It's undergarment and a lot of animal print.
It's panties and soft clothes for women to lounge around in.
Okay.
It's like everything
And
inside
perfume.
there, wants to eat you.
I used to shop at Victoria's Secret, but I stopped wearing underwire bras, and they don't really sell them.
Yeah.
So I had to go find somewhere else. But let me just say, getting away from underwire is a fantastic thing, and I recommend it to booped people that to remove the underwire.
Yeah, Wayne, you should stop using that underwire. It's just going to be digging into your rib cage all
It's
day.
bad for you. It's really bad for you.
It's quite chafing.
Yeah, it's really bad for you.
I have a special salve that I put underneath.
After a few washes, like the wire just pokes into your.
That's the difference between underwire and wireless, is because like you can wash wireless bras because you don't have the wire to sorry, it's a little I don't get to speak girly talk that often.
Hey,
necessary.
We know.
It's necessary.
Hold on, Brenna. How dare you not think that you can't talk to us? You're boys. We know about girl stuff. Okay, go ahead. Give us a question. Pop quiz us right now on some girly stuff. I bet you we know.
I'm all over it. I'm flexing.
I bet you we can nail this. But we get to work as a group though before we give our final answer.
Can we do like a little consultation before we give our final?
We do a little huddle. Just like,
come here.
All right, go ahead. Shoot your
I
shot.
want no part of this.
No, you're in this with us, Shartain.
No,
you're in this
fucking
sinking
inside.
ship.
You're in.
You're in this sinking ship now.
Well,
All right. I'm gonna message
well,
Val.
do you wash underwire bras?
No.
You don't dry them
hand,
either.
by hand.
Well, I have done it. It was not well received.
I do it all the time, and I even do one better. I usually hang them on the doorknob for like the little laundry room, so that I don't put them in the dryer. They won't go in the dryer, but I will wash.
You can't go in the dryer because that's what ruins them. But when you don't have underwire in your bra, it actually it helps because then you can throw it in the dryer because there's no wire to warp. So
See?
I have a confession.
Never done laundry.
My good lady washes all of her bras in the washing machine. They're all underwired, and they're all them, the old convertibles.
Oh yeah, for the
my wife loves those.
For the fittings.
Yeah. She's just sitting there. She's like, I don't understand how they. Oh, there goes my tit.
Oh, there you go.
I'm like, put your tit away, lady. What are you doing?
She's a little sneaky. I like it.
Because she was just like, she's like got the little.
Flashing.
She's got like the little clip thing. She's like, I don't.
Fucking crime.
Yeah. She'll just be coming in here just trying us up, and then she's like, "There's like extra little clips on this." Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. So I was like, "What are you doing over here?"
You see, that's cute, but when you do it with your gentleman sausage, you're an offender.
Oh, don't go by the playground. La da 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 da.
Yeah,
Stay away from
just
schools
tell
and
me.
churches.
200 feet, god damn it. 200.
You know how much money I've spent on rulers trying to fucking find a fucking 200-foot ruler so I could figure out how far away I had to be. Pain in my ass.
Mikey, do you want to borrow my laser?
It's like, Your
We
Honor.
need one of those clicky, those wheel clicky things.
A trundle wheel.
Click. All right, I got 200.
To be fair, I'd have to enter the 200 feet to know that I was 200 feet away from my precise measurements. They just set you up to fail. It's entrapment.
That's where they get you.
Sir, what are you doing?
Mikey gets his trundle wheel out, gets to the perimeter, sprays on the floor.
Just,
I'm all right here.
Just right in the middle of the hardwood floor. I just have my black spray paint. This looks about good.
That's right. That's the right. This is exactly where it is.
So if you're buying your vibrators from Victoria's Secret, I'm sorry you can't buy them there anymore. And we don't know where you found them because they're not sold. They're not supposed to be selling you those. So
the cashier obviously had a very slow day.
Make some money on the side.
Victoria's Secret XENYXR.
That sounds like a virus. You just gave everybody a virus.
That sounds like the dark web.
Yeah, 2 of my screens just went dark.
Right.
Just 2.
It's a black van just pulled out.
I've just highlighted Jartan's Alexa.
Yeah, like Alexa just
Don't
orders
say it.
vibrators.
Don't say it.
What do you want, sir?
Alexa, buy iPhones 10.
No, I don't have the Alexa. I have the other one.
Hey Google, buy 100 Xboxes. You know those idiot streamers who do like the sleep thing, and then like they have like that voice to chat thing. People were ordering shit off of Amazon through the fucking the text to speech app on their thing. Alexa's like ordering. I'm like, see, she don't know. She don't know that that's not what you do.
Not that smart.
Not yet. And if you guys are out there experimenting with the AI, please stop. Please stop having it do pictures, like combinations. Stop. Just stop.
Don't. Is that what you was getting at? You know, yesterday on one of our sister shows, Dig on America, they were talking about AI. And are you talking about the avatar shot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Why were people doing that?
They can't help but line up for it.
The Google speaker in the office did not go off, but the one in the house did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're in trouble now.
Oh yeah, you are fucked. FUCT fucked.
Wait, no, that's.
Thank you, Google.
And if you guys want music and you guys want artwork, go to a fucking person. There are people who make music because AI music is now becoming a thing.
But why was this big fad? It was probably 3-4 weeks ago. Everyone uploading their own pictures to look at these avatars, just giving their shit away. Just look at my gallery. Look at my gallery and upload pictures of me looking pretty.
Nobody cares.
Hire a human to do it because there's not a lot of jobs left for us. And art we thought was ours.
Yeah.
Art we thought was ours. But we're done. We're out of here. We're getting on the road. We're gonna raid out. We'll see.
I'm hungry. I got my lunch here.
What's for lunch?
Sandwich. Got a Reuben.
Reuben.
I love Reuben sandwiches.
Brenna, I have Cheerios based on your learned advice.
Then you have to snack on Cheerios too. Like
I know. I've got my personal box of Cheerios.
Why are you eating only Cheerios?
Brenna?
Mr. Wayne has a little bit of high cholesterol going on, which I actually did have before, and whole grains are really good to at least control it. So when I found out I had high cholesterol, I ate nothing but Cheerios for about a month, and by the time I got my my blood tested, it was down. It's always a suggestion.
Hey Wayne, have you considered not eating 13 burgers a week?
I don't eat burgers.
You're eating some grease. What's your grease?
The problem is he lives in the UK where
there's no flavor.
Butter Butter is like a part of your daily routine.
The problem was I was doing the keto diet and I lost like 2.5 stone doing a keto diet, and then my doctor said to me, "You fucking idiot."
Yeah, you need to have carbohydrates in there.
You need to have carbohydrates, and you need to stop eating so
Because
much fat.
You need to have carbohydrates because you need to balance the fat. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But when I said
unless
keto was
you-
Atkins but a scam, I got called the bad guy.
Basically keto. The only reason why you would want to be on something like keto is that if you had to curb your carbohydrate because of diabetes or something like that. But other than that, we need carbohydrates to function as humans.
Yeah, how's your blood?
Mm-hmm.
Dutch says I lost 95 pounds on keto. Yeah, how's your blood? Is it down to Caro syrup or is it down to like fucking cake batter?
Yeah.
No, mine's basically like curing concrete.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can't just ingest fat all day and be like, this is fine. I'm not eating carbs.
I had a cousin who was like, yeah, we they did the no carb, all protein, and they're like, yeah, their stomachs just ripped apart from all that protein. I'm like, yeah, you have to have fibers. Like, you can't just live off of meat your entire life. It does not work that way.
If your poop is floating, you're doing it wrong.
You really need
You
a
need
balance.
vegetables.
You need a balance of everything. That's why, like, when I go on diets, it's usually a very specific carb intake because I still want the carbohydrates because, god damn it, I love carbs.
Yeah.
But I also need the proteins and the fibers and the shit like that.
Well, my
The
doctor
shit
said
like
you
that.
need to have the whole grain pasta. I was like, fuck me, I've missed that for so long. Give me it.
Get the whole grain pastas. Let me some pasta.
Keto is for weight loss, not for life. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is not for life because it's dangerous to your body. Don't do it.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna go get another beer.
I
Good sure.
lost. To be fair, I did lose like 2.5 stone on I don't know what it is in your Middle Earth language.
We're Middle Earth.
But
We're not Middle Earth.
We're Middle Earth.
I think
you're Middle
you
Earth,
are the
'cause
Middle Earth.
No, but the thing is, this is the thing. 2.5 stone is done in pounds, so I don't know what it is in pounds. I know what 2.5 stone is.
I also lost 2.5 stones.
Stop it.
In the water.
Okay, everybody. I think we've gone.
Yeah, we're out of gas.
Completely off the rails.
So for Brenna, for Shartan, for me, Mikey, and Wayne, we will see you guys next show. Oh, real quick thing. Me and the Nerd Boys have been talking. We're gonna get a gaming channel going. Like talking gaming news and like gaming events, maybe some walkthroughs, some playthroughs and stuff like that. But we want to do that. Me, Tim, and Mark have already agreed to do it, but we just have to find the time. So be on the lookout for that. But we're out of here. So we'll see you on Speaking from the Center next week at 7 p.m. Central. Nerds, and we love you. And be safe and keep your stick on the ice. Goodbye forever.
And a stone is 14 pounds.